boys, so you guys know I like to keep up with the best card in every position. I did end up waiting a week because I knew Season 2 was right on the horizon, so I kind of pushed it back. But today, the best card in every position, we have the first drop of Legends. We've obviously had some new promos come out. I have to update it, man. So many new cards on this list from the last time we did it. Let's just jump right into the empty lineup and build it. If you're looking for cheap, fast coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, to check out my sponsor, U4GM, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. If this is your first time watching it, I will be doing this every other Monday just to keep it up for you guys. But this is basically just taking an empty lineup and filling it with the best card in every position so you guys know who to spend your coins on. It's a little bit more straightforward earlier in the year because we don't have crazy abilities yet. Sometimes the highest overall guy can be the #1 guy and it's very straightforward. But there are some positions where there are guys that are high overall that are garbage. It happens all the time in Madden. It's happening in Cut as well. But moving over to offensive line, it's pretty straightforward right now until we start getting abilities. Until we start getting really tough D-line abilities, there's really nothing we could do on offensive line yet besides just take the best one available. And right now, I think it's probably Joe Thomas across the board. Laramie Tunsil's who I currently use, but Joe Thomas is also a dog. He's just a little bit more expensive. Moving over to left guard. Left guard, we have not gotten an upgrade in literally forever. I still have Cody O'Connell on my team, and I feel like I have not gotten him, or I've gotten him so long ago. We did get this 85 overall, but Hayden Connor is not touching Cody O'Connell at all. And that card is literally a month later than him. But moving over to center, still the guy from the glitch. Our guy, Jonah Monheim. It is crazy, literally crazy. This is a card that we got from a glitch on like day 2 of the game. Or at least some of us did. And he literally is just sitting there. Still is the top center in the game. We have not had a lot of offensive line upgrades besides the tackle positions, which is kind of wild, but, you know, we take it at the end of the day. Connor Beebe, I think I will take over Ben Powers as well. Like I said, offensive line is probably the most boring part of the video. There's really nothing crazy going on here, you know. It's pretty straightforward. But now we go to tight end, which I will say is probably the weakest, or at least one of the weakest positions in the game. We do not get much upgrades here. We do not at all, and when we do, they are very, very underwhelming. Like Flanagan's a season card. Him compared to Kyle Pitts, who's been out for like 2-3 weeks now, way worse than him. Brock Bowers is probably still better than Flanagan as well, but right now, Kyle Pitts is easy tight end 1. I would like to see some new guys coming out as well. Like Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts are probably the 2 biggest college tight ends recently, but hopefully we get some new ones here soon, man. It feels like it's just Kyle Pitts running the show. Now we get to a position where we could actually discuss a little bit. The top row was a little bit boring. It was very, very straightforward, and it is what it is. But wide receiver, there are some dogs in the game. Cullen Lacey and also Deshaun Jackson, you cannot get yet. Those guys are probably 2 top 3 receivers in the game. Deshaun Jackson is insane, but you won't be able to get him till the end of the season, and also Colin Lacey till the end of the season when you finish it. So looking at the cards that are actually in the game, I think the best wide receiver in the game is Tavon Austin. Although Luther Burden does have better stats, and you see more greens right there when they're compared, speed is all that matters, boys. Speed is king in the game. He's +2 speed on him. Tavon Austin is easy wide receiver 1, and also he's the most expensive card in the game. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Wide receiver 2, though, is going to be Luther Burden and also probably Desmond Howard. I do like G-Dub a lot, and also I like Roma Dunze, Devontae Smith, all really good 87 speed cards. But I do, like I said, I value speed everything in this game, like over everything. I think 88 is really, really nice. I think the short guys run routes amazing in this game. They move a lot better than the tall guys. I don't think these guys are considered tall, though, like Garrett Wilson and, like, a Dunze. But, like, when we get to, like, that Randy Moss range, they start moving, like, dumpster trucks out there. But to fill out the list, I think these are the top 3 receivers in the game. And they're all short, speedy, fast guys, man. All college goats, too. Well, Luther Burden on the way. But moving over to running back. Running back, I think Judkins is on his last leg, boys. I still think he is RB1. But it is getting very close. We have a lot of 88 speed guys here who all have really good stats. Like, look at Donovan Edwards. He's better statistically, but remember, I still value that speed, that excel. I value the physical stats probably the most out of all of them. I think we're getting real close. That next running back might take over, but for now, by the skin of his teeth, Quinshon Judkins, still RB1, dude. These cards, honestly, I'm kind of happy they didn't do them for Season 2 because look how broken they are. We are in literally a week into Season 2, and look at them. We got 3 cards still up. That is... should not be like that, in my personal opinion. But moving over to quarterback, this is the most controversial position. I don't think there's a 1A quarterback in this game like there usually is in Madden when I'm doing a video like this. There is no quarterback that I feel like is overpowered. We don't have abilities yet that really matter. Even 90 Tebow doesn't get any abilities. I don't think it's Tebow, though, although I do use him. Lefties are just absolutely cooked in this game. You cannot scramble with them as fast as you can with the righty. I think it comes down to, I like Roger Staubach because he does have good throw power. 88 throw power is the highest in the game if you guys are not seeing that, which is pretty solid. I think it comes down to like 3 cards. I do like Starball, I do like Quinn Ewers, and I also feel like This is the card that I see the most still out there. Everybody still uses this card, and I don't think price has to do anything with it. This just shows you that overall and price don't mean anything. Lamar is still on so many good players' teams. So many people that I see winning 10 gauntlet wins. He's still on the team. So I think you can go with Lamar. I think I like Quinn Ewers the most, but I guess it depends, man. He's only 2 speeds slower. He's better at that throw power, so the ball's going to zoom a little bit more. I think you can go with Everwar. I'm going to go Quinn personally, but I do think Lamar's probably my number 2 if I had to be completely honest. But moving over to fullback, yeah, I guess we'll just put the season card there. I don't know if he's technically available yet. I don't think he's available yet, but we'll get him soon, man. Fullback, we'll include him on the list because he's in the season. He's free, too. All right, boys. Defense is now where it actually gets really, really tough to do a video like this because there are so many good DBs in the game, especially the first one we're starting off with free safety. We've gotten so many good cards. Kamari Ramsey just came out with the new promo. We got, obviously, the Honey Badger in the game, Xavier Watts. Look how many cards we have that are like 87 speed up here. And then we still even got Caleb Downs, Minka, Hocklin Dix. I think the number 1 in the game, though, although he is kind of small, I do like Tyrann Mathieu. I mean, look at him compared to, like, who I think is number 2 in Hocklin Dix. 88 speed, 88 excel. Although he's 5'9", he's going to be everywhere. He's probably going to be the one guy. Zones and man can be a little bit inconsistent in this game. He's going to be the one that's going to be on their hip the most. And he also could very easily hit 90 zone on your team. He has 89 base. I think I'm going to go with Honey Badger number 1. And then at number 2, it came down to Hocklin Dix or Wyatt Eckler or Watts right here. I think it's any of these 3. But I do think, like I said, when it comes to Watts, you'll see he's a little bit better. He's a +1 in man, +1 in zone. You're not going to really notice the difference because they're thresholds anyways. And they're both the same speed. He's just 1 inch taller. I feel like I'd almost lean him there, although I guess it's not a big deal. He's a little bit better of a player in the box as well. I'll go Hocklin Dix there, man. I don't know. Maybe it's the name value taking over a little bit for me there, but right outside linebacker, we're moving on, boys. Honestly, although I'm a big Colin Oliver guy, I think he finally got past, though. I think he finally got past. Tyler Grubbs is actually really, really solid. Look at him as like an edge rusher. He's also not bad in dropping into flats as well, I've noticed when I've used him. I think Colin Oliver finally got replaced, man. Tyler Grubbs, right outside linebacker 1 personally in the game right now. Middle linebacker is one that just got juiced. I love the Boz. I think Boz is a dog. Look at him compared to all the other middle linebackers. And I will say, I mentioned earlier tight end, a terrible position right now. They need to upgrade and juice the middle linebacker. It is absolutely garbage. We are getting no upgrades. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. There's a glitch in the game. You cannot use these 2 cards at the same time, and they are probably the 2 top linebackers in the game right now. It's a glitch in the game. It's the same thing with Warren Sapp and also Booger McFarland. The game registers Payne Wilson and Brian Bosworth as the same player. And I'm going to be honest. Look, I can't even put him in. He is probably the second best because he's 86 speed as well. I'm going to leave that blank. Payne Wilson's who I'd put there. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. That's who I'd put there, but yeah, there's a glitch in the game. They need to fix that as well because, like I said, it's happening for other cards. That's what's happening when they're using basic player models. They're not using, like, real player models. I don't know. It's like a glitch inside the game. But moving over to left outside linebacker, I honestly think Michael Williams is, like, one of the better, like, straight-up edge rushers. But then Wesolak is also insane. That brand new LTD we got with the last Stories of the Week drop, he's really, really good. I mean, you could see Harold Perkins is kind of a hybrid card, but I think Wesolak, when it comes to a straight, like, edge rushing ability, I think he is absolutely elite. If you want more of like user, you can go with Zaven or probably Harold Perkins you got from season 1. But for now, I think I'm going to go with our big dog, DJ Wesolak. That card is actually very, very good. And now we got strong safety. We give you guys 2 in these. Another position that does not get upgrades really at all. It really is just Holloman and Branch. I mean, when you come to these other cards, they are just too slow in the game right now. We just showed you 88 speed and 90 speed receivers, 89 speed running backs, 88 speed running backs. Kyle Pitts is even faster than those guys. I think I got to go with these 2 guys at safety, man. We need some upgrades here and at middle linebacker. And corner is loaded. We go from one of probably the most weak positions in the game at safety now to corner, who I think is arguably the deepest position. The one thing that sucks with corner, though, LTDs. We all know it is literally LTD infiltrated. It is miserable to buy corners because they are all completely expensive. Like the cheapest one here that you're seeing at the top is $450. The cheapest one. I don't even think he's top 3 in the game either. But when we look at the actual top 3, Rod Woodson's corner 1, in my opinion. He is the fastest base corner, and look at him compared to like guys like Travis Hunter, Will Johnson. He's way faster. He still comes with insane man coverage, which I would say is probably better than zone in this game. And then he obviously still has the 82 zone. He still has really good press. I think he's number 1. But at number 2, I still think it's Will Johnson. Will Johnson's insane. He's still 6'2", 88 speed. He still has crazy stats across the board. But corner 3 is where it becomes a little bit more difficult. Travis Hunter is who I currently have on my team. I think you could argue Takario if you're a zone player because he is 6'4", only 1 speed difference. But right now in the game, just comparative, I'm taking speeds. He's not tiny either. I mean, 6'1", he still has good man, good zone, good press. Travis Hunter's been a dog for me on my team. I just wish he could play offense because for 1 mil, I think a lot of that is name value because I do think he is corner 3 in the game. But it is what it is. I get it, man. He's a cover athlete. He's the biggest name in college football right now. We'll take it, man. But right end, this is the best card in the game. Best card in the game. I love me some Julius Peppers. One of my favorite cards. Every time he drops in Madden, I love Julius Peppers. But come on. They gave James Pierce silver jump. If you guys do not know, he is auctionable. The way you get him for free is winning I don't know if it's 9 or 10 because the rewards are glitched, but I know he's available right now. I'm pretty sure you need 9 wins in Gauntlet. It might be 10. I don't know if they changed it in Season 2, but he is literally 90 speed, 91. I mean, I don't even have to talk about him. I don't have to talk. He's the best card in the game. In my personal opinion, he is the best card in the game. He is literally better than everybody in the D-line by miles and miles upon miles. But moving over to the D-line, we actually have a lot of D-tackles in the game. Mean Joe's always a monster, but, I mean, Warren Sapp. Look at Warren Sapp compared to everybody. He's also the fastest while being, like, thicker than all these guys. I know it says he's 296, Mean Joe, but if you guys have seen Warren Sapp's build-in game, that dude is wide. He's very, very wide. He's very, very fast. I'm taking Warren Sapp, man. I think that's the easy pick right there. And now we move on to another very weak position in the game. We've had 3 upgrades since the game has came out. I mean, I guess 4 if you're counting him, but he's an 85. I don't really consider that an upgrade. We've had like 3 upgrades since the games came out. 87 overall. And when you look at it, I think it's just Will Anderson right now. Very, very boring pick, but it is what it is, man. We don't really got no left end there. If we're going to be honest, you probably put Peppers right here. That's probably the real play if we're going to be completely honest here, boys. Boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below if there was any guy that I snubbed from the list, which guy is not on here that deserves to be on here. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out, boys.